Awaken Cohort.
And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. I'm Admiral Tarek of the destroyer GCS Rubicon as we continue our campaign against the Klingon Star Empire. And last time, well, we are attempting to once again resecure the planet of 6-8 as the Klingons have forced us back. So let us quickly check the supply yard, which we have taken a little bit of damage. Although also we need to check the shipyard because, hey, the XCB that we wanted is there. Haha, perfect timing. The Dracora, the XCB. I probably should have actually taken a look to see what kind of ship it was, but I'm fairly confident it is the ship that I want to get into. We are moving up from an XDP, which probably is not going to be our ship anymore. So the XCB is equipped with 2 R-type plasma torpedoes, 4 S-type plasma torpedoes, 2 defensive plasma Ds, 2 phaser Gs, and 10 phaser Xs for just maximum firepower. Thank you very much, Rubicon, but you are gone. So we have now moved up to the most powerful of the plasma-style vessels. Well, not quite. I suppose you could describe... Well, actually, no. Huh. Yeah, we're definitely the most powerful in terms of just pure plasma armament. There really cannot be much getting around that. The 4 plasma S's is rather absurd, although I'm going to be very interested to see exactly where our power consumption goes to. Let's pop over here and see if we can't once again re-secure the location. A holding action to begin the day. Holding actions are, of course, very safe missions because you don't actually have to fight the enemy, so we'll be able to take this opportunity to figure out how much power we actually have to do things with. And there's a gigantic asteroid dead ahead of us. So how fast can the heavy bombardment cruiser move without overcharging its plasma torpedoes? The answer to that question may surprise you. It's 13. So not the most blisteringly quick approach ever, although if we were to maximize our firepower, we would probably not even make that. So we'll quickly go through, make sure we set up all of our systems. I think 3 can be all of our Rs. Control 3. And 4 can be all of our S's. And that way we have basically all of our firepower set up exactly how we need. We are squaring off against an F6, was that? Is that what I read first? It is an F6E, not sure what that is. An XCF, so a fast advanced cruiser, and an XCB, so an advanced bombardment cruiser as well. This is an interesting problem for us to have to fight. Do I overcharge? I think I do. And developing plasma torpedoes for everybody, please. Do we just, are we just suddenly, like, not charging things, or... No, we seem to be charging things perfectly fine. Huh, I thought it took more power than that. So let's just kick up the speed a little bit, because we can actually zip along at quite the pace, actually. Wow. That is 27, 28 even. And while overcharging our plasma torpedoes, is this a graphical glitch? It is, so we're going to have fully enveloping plasma torpedoes in a very short period of time. That XCF is engaging the culprit. The culprit is, of course, stopping to attempt to avoid damage. And now it's time for us to actually fight, and I did not set up any of the traditional systems that you actually need to prepare in order to actually duel with the enemy, especially an X-type heavy cruiser. So let's go doing that, and let's hope that this works out. Okay, slow way down. So just, if you could slow even more down, because my weapons are not ready, and he has heavy disruptors which can shoot right through my shields. My shields are available. He doesn't care. He can ignore them. And will I be able to get in range to do this shot? Actually, I could just throw him into a wall. That is entirely within my capabilities. Or, he could do that to me. So we're going to quickly maneuver around like so. Phases. And yeah, I think I've mostly got him taken care of. Start to turn and let him go. We're going to release him so that he can be free, and also so our Gatling phases can get involved in this battle. There we go. Oh, wow. Defensive tractor beams, engage. Oh, we didn't need them. Lovely. Defensive tractor beams, disengage. Because we've got the Dual Slayer on the ropes. We can slow down a little bit more. I just want to make sure that we're not super vulnerable. We managed to cause quite a bit of damage to him already. How's my power consumption? Oh, we're fine. A little bit more light long-range fire, we might actually have this guy taken out completely. I'm really tempted to actually send the Marines over to see if we can't steal it, because that would be pretty fun. So we are very much designed for direct conflict and confrontation with all of our heavy plasma torpedoes. I mean, the amount of damage that we're doing, I actually haven't taken the time to calculate that. But under a normal shot, we do 180 damage, right? No, more than that. We do 220 damage without even overcharging anything. We set that to enveloping, we do 440 damage. Holy crap. We are wow, really boss, actually, in terms of firepower. Thank you for cleaning me. I suppose that makes you one of those, like, fish? Pilot fish, that's it. Hi, you're probably next. You have opened up a shield. I really desperately was hoping that I had a phaser available. I did, as it happened. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to lose important parts of my ship, or not really. Not quite. Okay, so the starboard side of the ship is still mostly good. Our plasma torpedoes are about to be ready for another stunning enveloping assault, and I'm going to prepare for that. I got another penetrating hit on through. That's probably going to become quite irritating as time moves forward. But my plasma torpedo, well, some of my plasma torpedoes are ready, and so is my tractor beam. Hi, have 3. Only 3. Okay, so we are actually suffering serious problems. Let's let him go. You can go. That was significantly less than I had been hoping for. My Gatling phasers managing to get in a pretty decent amount of damage. Can I get another portside? Thank you. Plasma torpedo. Getting that involved. So that was 4 plasma torpedoes. Slow down a little bit, because it looks like he's knocked out my rear shield, which is not great, especially with that little frigate running around at maximum speed, doing little frigate annoying things. Not a whole heck of a lot I can do at this point, aside from just sort of attempting to avoid him. The duel inside the asteroid belt. I'm really tempted to just send my plasma torpedoes back to normal mode. How are you doing? You're doing fine. So, and he's once again just managing to cut right on through the defenses. The Inviolable. Oh, that is quite the ironic name, actually, considering his capabilities. The Culprit is still chugging along pretty decent. He is a pure phaser gunfighter boat with the G-type phasers on the front and a whole bunch of phaser. Well, a whole bunch. He's got 6 of them. So he's a little bit less powerful than you might otherwise want. You've maneuvered me into a very nasty position that I do not want to be in. So let me just position myself. Oh, that's very unfun. So phasers into you. Tractor beams have that taken care of. Gatling phasers have really done a fairly decent job of that one. And we'll continue to burn on through. Do I hit the mine? I don't think this will hit the ones on the other side of my ship. And they did not. I didn't expect them to, but I had this faint, odd hope. Yes, I'm aware of this asteroid right here, which hopefully we won't run into. You are still my primary target and viable, because I think I can get you. Give me a tractor and get it ready. The RD-type plasma torpedo has engaged and cleaned the ship. Thank you very much. And prepare for a plasma strike, because I've got this one handled. And there we go. Another beautiful, just cacophony of plasma being laying down. Slow down the ship a little bit. I'd like to get another R-type plasma torpedo ready to go. Didn't need it. Hi, you're my next target. You're probably dead, aren't you? Yeah. So they managed to take out the Culprit, but I think we've got him mostly in our clutches shortly. The R-type plasma torpedo is just about finished charging up, so that'll be 200 damage right, 200 damage right there, which I think can probably strip away his shields. Might be wrong on that. Don't think that I am. So we're starting to charge a plasma torpedo already. I'm content to let him try and run away for a little bit. We'll take this time and opportunity to sort of reset, re-prepare the ship, I suppose. Mainly I want to get the rest of the plasma torpedoes online, because if I can just lash out with stupid amounts of damage, 440 damage, because the 4 S-type plasma torpedoes, each one does 30 damage, times 4 is 120, times 2 is 240, plus the additional 200 from the enveloping R-type. Yeah, 440 damage. That may be the highest alpha that any ship can get. Maybe. Well, battleships and their phaser X's may be different. I'm gonna have to figure that out sometime. Just get out a pen and paper and actually figure out just how much potential damage does this ship actually do. Now, if he's willing to run away, I'm more than willing to let him, although I am currently out of all my defensive plasma torpedoes, so I assume he's about to blitz just a whole bunch of pain on me. So, yeah, I saw that coming. So the tractor beams are set, the phasers are set, they're going to have to do most of the work here. Buddy, you can run out of ammo, I can't. I want to make that perfectly clear. Actually, you know what? Fear what comes for you. Just slow down. We got him. Give me a phaser? Just a single phaser. Thank you. Okay. Hi, buddy. I'm just gonna wait here. I think we both know how this goes, but thank you for playing. And the attack shift is... That's what I thought. Okay, lovely. So we've managed to wipe out all of the enemy ships. So that was 2 X-cruisers and a drone frigate, which had one heck of a lot of throw weight. I didn't realize that those were actual entities that could crash into those. Huh, that's pretty cool, actually. Give me a course towards the listening post. We're heading out of here. We do, of course, need to be careful of that listening post because right behind it is an asteroid that I kind of would expect would, break the entire thing. Maximum speed of time. Give me more power to the actual ship so that we can, drive as quickly as at all possible. I could actually go even faster if I shut off the plasma torpedoes, but why would I want to do that when it's so fun to have all your plasma torpedoes ready? And the listening post, we are now reading the data. We will start to... Oh, actually, no, we do need to leave the map now because we did successfully manage to kill everybody. So shut that off. It is important that we get through this without killing ourselves. And we'll slip around to the side. Beautiful. And we can turn the lock camera back on. And that's the asteroid that we were hoping to avoid and not smash into. So I gotta say, I'm not super impressed by the Gorn XCB ship model. I think it leaves quite a bit to be desired, but I am quite impressed with the just overall firepower that we bring to the table. It's 440 damage, jeez, plus the additional 10 phaser X's. I mean, that is... We outgun a lot of ships in this game. We are not exactly weak anymore. And there is the map. Let us head out at maximum warp. We're gone. Ooh, beautiful little nebula slash galaxy? I think it's a nebula. In the background. Just sort of emphasizing what it is we managed to pull off. So all of those asteroids we leave behind with the proper information. Now, unfortunately, we did take a couple of structural hits, courtesy of the heavy disruptors, which are not particularly fun to have to deal with, but we managed to do it. 350 prestige is our reward for job well done and tile taken, so let's go continue the assault, and I think we're set for a planetary assault. We've been avoiding them. We've been doing a lot of shipyard assaults recently, but I think we have the firepower that can probably rob a planet of its protection. So let's prepare for combat in full combat order. How fast can I actually go with all systems charging? The fact that I can move at all is actually rather impressive to me. A speed of 5 while overcharging everything. Is everything actually charging? It is. That is impressive. Anyway, we're being protected today by USS Tokyo, a Federation heavy dreadnought equipped with 6 missile launchers. I would imagine, yes, 6 photon torpedoes, a host of anti-missile defense systems, and then just all the phaser ones in the world that you could possibly shake a stick at. And then squaring off against us is a dreadnought, a C-10X, kind of similar to the DNH, and a PLPH-14, which will actually be able to defend itself, something we're not super happy about. We would prefer the planet to be completely vulnerable to all sorts of incoming fire and would just, give up. There is, of course, a second ship on the field, according to our sensors. It is a DWD-XM, so it is a drone cruiser, but it is one of the D5 versions with the third nacelle in the center line, except it has an XM. The X, of course, meaning the X-type phaser refit, and the M meaning one of his missile launchers is a MIRV. Now, if I'm remembering the ship properly, he's got 6 launchers in total? Or is it 8? He's got a lot of launchers. We're just going to have to hopefully avoid any sort of actual damage that we may incur from him. We shall also prepare the tractor beam. We want to make sure that that is fully ready to rock and or roll. Really just to hold him in place while we strip away every single semblance of shield that he ever may have thought he had. Take this time to overload the phasers, and we have exactly no power in the forward shield. Huh. How did we manage that one? No, seriously, where's that power going? Oh, because I haven't set up my forward shield reinforcement. Let's do that before we get shot. Because we're about to get shot. We're just about in range. We are in disruptor range, actually, so I'm a little bit surprised he didn't already fire. There he goes. Gave us enough time to actually bring up the forward shield. So very sporting of the Klingons on that one to help us out. And a little bit more disruptor fire. Now, the thing about him is he's a fully conventional vessel, so we don't really have to worry about anything he sends our way. Long-range photon torpedoes, managed to get a couple of strikes in on them, but nothing too serious so far. How do we want to play this? Because he's going to launch just a ton of missiles my direction, and if I hold onto him, I can't really defend myself all that efficiently, and also he's going to have a lot of phaser firepower in close, something I can't really deal with. Okay, turning away from me is good. Staggering out your shots is super good. Please do more of this. If you fire your missiles, you may actually trick him into attempting to crash stop, and if that happens, we've got him. Although he's now coming in towards us. The IKV Quake. So that is a fairly decent name for a vessel. And tractor beam locked on. Please die now. Oh, He is so not happy. Break free, please. Let him go. Thank you. So our defensive objective has him fully taken care of. His speed has just collapsed. He still has a defensive system, though, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping to basically wipe out any chance that he had ever fighting anybody ever again, but that mostly worked out. Okay, lovely. On to the DWDXM. Shut off the increased power. I require a alteration in tactics and or strategy. Let's go to the electronic countermeasure system and say I want 2 points and no points of ECM. I don't really care what a drone is going to do, because at the end of the day, I kind of think the Tokyo is going to get to him first. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think he has the Tokyo. Or I think the Tokyo has him. I don't think Invulnerable is actually going to live up to his namesake. We've managed to knock out his V launcher, so he doesn't even have his MIRVs. Unfortunate for you, our Gatling phase is getting involved just a little bit. We're going to pass on through nice and safely, no worries of anything. And long-range phaser fire. Actually, no, it wasn't. We were still within range. He is smaller than I thought he was. He's lost another X phaser. He's down to just a couple of launchers, and we should have him. He's got 8 launchers in total. A single V and an A, and then he's got 6 Bs. That is Dreadnought levels of firepower right there. Yeah, actually that is an accurate statement, because Dreadnoughts kind of suck. Oh, it's sad but true, but Mirak heavy cruisers are way better than the Dreadnoughts. Especially once you move into the X era, then you just give up on ever attempting to do anything with a Mirak Dreadnought. Especially the X cruiser especially. Alright, we've killed them. We've taken care of all of them. Now we just need to increase the speed of time so we can actually prepare our plasma torpedoes, and we'll blow the crap out of the planet. I mean, we're going to be doing 440 damage. Divide that by 6. So what would that actually be? What would 44 divided by 6? Well, times 7 is 72. Or times, not 72, is 42. So 70. Yeah, we're doing 70 damage at least all around. And then we still have another 20, so yeah. Yeah, we're talking 73, 74 damage all around on every single shield. I don't think they have any way of combating that. Like, I don't think you can possibly... Well, according to this, actually, I can't get 70 points of power into a shield, although I only have 58 in total. But my batteries contain 12. Ah, that's why. So if I were to stop, cut all power to all systems, including, you know, life support, which the game does not let you do, and pour all of my batteries into something, I could achieve, for 1 round, 70 forward shield, and I could survive the damage. Of course, every other shield would just collapse instantly, but, you know, you can do it. Although it looks like he's already failed against the incoming fire of the Tokyo's of his photon torpedoes, just knifing through those shields on proximity mode. Or maybe he got the missiles, and probably the missiles. You can get a surprising amount of missile fire through a planetary defensive shield. Alright, start to slow down. We don't want to get too close, although we kind of actually do. Because the closer I can get, the more power my plasma torpedoes actually have. And because it's in enveloping mode, the increase in damage of getting close is a pretty big deal. So slow down. We still have a fairly significant amount of protection going for us. What's his marine count at after that Titanic hit? 12? Yeah, I think we took quite a bit off of him. Oh yes, he's having a bad day. He's having a very bad day. So now we're within the actual full power crunch range of our plasma torpedoes. So we're just going to sit here and wait. We're going to let everything recharge, because I think I can take a little bit of light fire, but certainly not, you know, everything. This, on the other hand, I think will wipe him out. So 335, yeah, so somewhere we lost 5 points, probably from a shield. So he's down to 2 Marines. We've got that taken care of. And we have 4 transporters, so we've also got that to worry about. We're just about within range to start beginning phaser engagement, but I would prefer to have knocked out all of his defensive systems before I actually send in Marines, because I have to drop a shield to do that. And, well, it's all wonderful and great that our forward shield is super powerful. The hull is at least a little bit of a design. Another 435. Get me within a range of 5, and I will begin my phaser bombardment. We are there. Okay, I'll stop. All weapons. Engage. Let's see if we can't break down this entire thing. Maybe we shouldn't. Yeah, I think we're not going to. It's just too dangerous to drop the shields at the moment, because attempting to get through his phaser 4 is not exactly something I'm super inclined to do. So if I just keep flooding him with enough plasma torpedoes, he should just die. Still not? How? The amount of firepower that I've been dumping on this planet is absurd, and he's still around. I don't quite know how, but he's doing it. So we are a bit close to him. That should be fine, actually. And I think I can start using my phasers. Now he still has his full power plasma torpedoes. Or, I keep calling everything plasma torpedoes. His full power phaser force, which I cannot hide. I must defeat them, destroy them, crush them, annihilate them. How are they alive? Is that a probe? No, seriously, how is this not dead? You know what? I'm going to fire one last plasma torpedo salvo, and I'm going to follow it up immediately with Marines. And maybe that will give me the protection that I require. But I do not know how this planet is still alive, given the amount of firepower I've pushed into it. You can't normally destroy planets, but if there's a way, this cruiser could probably do it. Send to the Marines. Shields come back, shields come back, shields come back. Thank you. Have we taken it? Alright, we've got 3 to their 1 at this point. So now we just continue with the phaser bombardment at this point, as we wait for our Marines to conduct their final operations, conquering the entirety of the planet. So this is a nice little step up in firepower. So, to be fair, the XDP we were in was pretty gosh darn awesome. But this is just a whole other level. I do think we might have more power than even the battleship for the Gorn, and that will be an interesting thing to look at. Ooh, and the Romulans probably get something like this. Oh, with a cloaking device. 495 prestige is our reward. We've knocked them down to an Empire defense of 11. We shall have them soon, but that's going to do it for today's episode. I have been Mirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon to become that. I'll see you all in the next episode.